Hey, chickadees, welcome into today's episode of Mojo Mysticism. Today, and I'm feeling like probably tomorrow, things are going to be a little different. I'm also feeling that Friday is going to come back to a regular card pull day. But today, I feel moved to kind of share a little bit more with you about what actually occurred to me yesterday, just so you can have a point of reference in case you relate to it. And if it helps you, great. If it doesn't, that's fine too, because we take what we need and we leave the rest. So, and I did pull 3 cards earlier today out of the same deck that we've been using on this channel. And they just kind of like said, my guides were like, you know what, take a step back and let's share more of the story of what occurred yesterday in case it might help others. So I said, okay. So I know you're going to be curious, so I am going to show you the 3 cards, but I'm not going to pull them live here and do a live reading. I'm going to show them to you, and then I'm going to share with you what happened to me yesterday. So the first card that I pulled for myself earlier today, out of still using the same deck, the Shaman Stream Oracle. This is one of my favorites by Alberto Viodo and Colette Baron-Reed. First card that came out for me, again, this was me, hopefully helpful for you as well, was the Watchers Transpersonal. Okay, that was the first card that came out. The second one that came out was card 31. This is in the hand, and it says, the universe is your partner. And the third card that came out was card number 22, Fool's Embrace, Transmuting Pain. And it just I just sat back in my chair a little bit and went, isn't that interesting? So now for those of you who've been around here a while, you know I can get a little bit sassy with my guides. And I'm telling you, they do it to me too. It's very much a two-way street, so they let me have it. In fact, they were laughing their keisters off at me earlier today. But today they just were like, yeah, it's time to share. So here we go. So when I saw the Watchers card, it's about kind of getting a different perspective, which is what happened to me yesterday. I had one perspective and then I got another perspective very, very quickly. And in the hand card was telling me, there was no question coming out of the events of yesterday that the universe is my partner and that my guides always have my back, and yours do too. They've got your back. And the transmutation of pain, the Fool's Embrace, is really part of what actually occurred. So it was kind of like the thing that happened a little bit. So let me just kind of tell you and share with you what happened. So over the course of the last couple of weeks, you've heard me talk a little bit about some feelings that I'd been having. There was one day in particular, and these are feelings that I don't normally have, and I honestly have no reason to have them now, except for one big one that I'll tell you about. But I was feeling a sense of loneliness. And yesterday morning in my meditation, that loneliness became very, very prominent. Also the sadness. And it was really wrapped around a vision that I've been given, right? When we aren't usually given the steps to get there. So that's part of the reason that we're hearing a lot on this channel about there not being a bridge and we don't know the path, but we know that we've been asked to do something and we've said yes to the ask. And we keep saying yes to every little step along that path where our guides are leading us along the way. And I was talking to a friend last night who, or actually no, this morning, who was reminding me that, that their experience was that if they're given the entirety of the path, right, all the steps, exactly how it's going to lay out, they have a tendency to kind of maneuver their way in there and adjust things. And my immediate response was, oh, that's why they're doing that to me, because I will 100% sabotage myself. Like it's a guarantee that will happen if I have all the steps, because I will overthink it. I will decide that I have something that's better, right? Because I'm a very I'm a very deep thinker. I'm a very heavy thinker. I spend a hell of a lot of time intellectualizing. It's not just, it's not just a career, it's a hobby. So I will ruminate on things, which is the shadow side of that, if you want to call it that. But I do very, very much align myself with the family of people who are philosophers, even though I am not a philosopher. That is not what I am, but I am a thinker. I love thought experiments. I love thought problems, all of that. If I can get my noodle in it and take a deep dive, I'm in. Like it's always a yes. So that's part of my nature, is part of who I am. And it's part of what makes me me authentically, is when I use that for, its intended use as I've been designed to use it. So that aside, I was like, why the hell am I lonely? Right? And also, why the hell am I sad? And the thing that came up was not that an answer to that. It was more of like a headfirst deep dive plunge into a deep pool of sadness and loneliness for about 5 minutes, right? It didn't last long. And I was in a meditation, and in my meditation, I was just literally, I caught myself saying things like to my guides, my main guide, Quo, my birth guide, I was saying, hey, I don't think I can do this anymore. I am completely overwhelmed. I am at the end of what I can handle here, because I was just feeling so much energy move through me. And I don't know that I can do this much longer. And Quo said to me, in fact, I'm going to get it out. I'm going to read to you. I'm going to make it publicly available what I wrote in my journal about what Quo said to me, because I think some of you will be able to relate to this. So this is Molly being I don't think I get too much more vulnerable than this. So, enjoy it. So I try to always be authentic, but sometimes I'm not quite as, don't feel the need to be as vulnerable, but today I do. So what my guide said, let me make sure I get to the right one here. So I was telling Quo again, that I felt like I was at the end of what I could handle. The vision that I'd been given is just too big, because I was really starting to understand the magnitude of what I've been asked to do and what I've said yes to. And it scared the shit out of me. I'm just going to be honest. I've gone through periods of time where I've been okay and periods of time where I've been terrified. And yesterday morning I was terrified. So, and I told them, I said, the price just feels too heavy to pay. You're asking me to give up potentially. Well, no, actually give up everything, right? To be willing to be stripped bare. That's what I've been asked to do. And it scared me. And I got scared yesterday. Most of the time, I'm not that fearful of it. But yesterday I was weeping in my meditation as I was saying these things to Quo. So Quo actually walked up to me in my meditation, and the best word I can use for it is hugged me, but it wasn't a hug. Quo's an energetic being, but I felt their presence. I felt them move me in my meditation, and they said, turn around. And this is where I'm going to read this to you. It said, turn around, Molly. See how far you have already come. See that where there was once no ground, the ground appeared as you moved where we guided you. And know this, we are the bridge, my love. We always have been and always will be the bridge. And once they communicated that to me, and I really began to understand that was the truth, right? 12, 13 months ago, none of this existed. My life was radically different. And it has been changed so much in such a positive way. And I have such a deep connection to my guides, to the spirit world. It has opened me up. I regularly have experiences almost on a daily basis that I can't explain, and I don't want to. There's no words in this human world for what's happening here. And so to have my guide come to me and essentially kind of pick me up and reorient me, because that's what they were doing. They were saying, you, my love, are misunderstanding the energy that's running and coursing through every cell in your body, through the fascia, every bit of it. This strong, strong energy is the energy of the cosmos. It's the energy that we are bringing to you. And you're right now misinterpreting it as negative emotion, as being pushed too far beyond your comfort zone. Am I being pushed beyond my comfort zone? Hell yes, I'm being pushed way past my comfort zone. No question about it. That's what's happening. And they're saying yes, and right now you're misinterpreting that as negative. And as soon as I turned around and realized that they were the ones that allowed every step on the bridge that's gotten me through the last 13, 14 months, I wept for another reason. Out of pure, pure love and commitment and loyalty and alignment and gratitude. A whole heaping helpful spoonful, truckload of gratitude that this life that I'm living here in this three-dimensional body is guided at this level. There are no words to explain it, frankly, to explain the emotion, to label the emotion, to label what's going through, literally through my body for the last 24, 48, I don't know how long it's been going on. I've definitely mislabeled it. But it was literally within the course of it was a short 15-minute meditation. I do several of these. I do several practices in the morning. This particular meditation is one of them, where I had this experience of an absolute 180-degree turn and transmutation of emotional, mental, and spiritual pain into utter and complete joy. And it can happen for you. That's why I'm sharing this with you. That's why these 3 cards that came out again for me today, that I'm sharing these with you and not doing another pull. The Watchers, that transpersonal, is about getting a different perspective. That was about them turning me around to see the bridge that had been built as I took each yes, as I took each step in total faith. Like, I have no map for where I'm going. None. It doesn't exist, right? And yet the path has beautifully, I don't even have any words for how beautifully the path had been laid out before me. And yet I forgot yesterday morning. So they turned me around. They got me into the watcher, the observer mode, where I could clearly see how they've been orchestrating everything. And the universe, the in your hand card, the universe is your partner, very clearly confirmed. Okay? And of course, the transmutation of pain happened like that. Pain turned into joy. And the challenging thing is that oftentimes, especially if you're on some kind of a journey or you've been given some kind of a vision like I have and you don't know the map, you are in a place of where 2 things are true at the same time most of the time, right? And they're usually diametrically opposed things. So I can be sad and joyful. I can know that this is true and also that is true. I can know that there is no wrong and no right, right? There's no place to be and no place to come from. So dualism, as you move through these experiences, your concept of dualism gets very, very fuzzy. And eventually, it falls apart entirely. So that is what my guides wanted to share with you today. I hope you found it helpful. If you did, let me know in the comments. And just know that we're all in this together. So we're all in it together. And, yeah. And so let me know if this resonated with you, if it is something that you've experienced in the past, or maybe you're experiencing now, whatever the case may be for you. And know that I love you, and I hope you have a fabulous, fabulous day. We'll see you tomorrow. Mwah.